So I don't have a Twitter account, and the reasons are many and varied. Right? Suffice it to say, ultimately, I don't believe that Twitter is a platform that supports free speech, which is something that I'm very strong on. And I also think that what I have to say is probably not all that interesting to everybody, and I don't find that there's much that I would want to uh, say to anybody over Twitter. Um, but of course, here I am saying something on YouTube, so what does that say? Anyway, so today while I was doing my workout, I was catching up on some videos that I hadn't watched. So I see this video here, and it's from the Rebel Media live as an event, Friday, basically Friday live stream that they did. I know it's 2 days later, but I'm finally getting around to it. So something that caught my ear and eye at about, it started probably about 49 and a half minutes or so. He's talking about Tommy Robinson and his run for a member of European Parliament. He pulls up Tommy Robinson's Twitter account, and I say Tommy Robinson's Twitter account. It's Tommy Robinson MEP campaign Twitter account, which, according to the headline here, is not operated by Tommy Robinson. So he goes through the tweets that are up. There's currently 4 tweets. They placed 4 tweets. That's it when he pulls this up.
Account is not operated by Tommy Robinson.
Listen to what Ezra has to say here for a couple minutes.
And it's only been up for a couple of days. It already has 5,700 followers. And I think it'll be an interesting test to see if Twitter bans this account, because I'm quite sure. Can you scroll down a bit? Can we see the 4 tweets? So let's go to the very bottom. Have you checked out votetommy.co.uk? That was the first tweet. Then the next one was, have you seen this great new video? Tommy Robinson is standing for MEP in Northwest England. Then scroll up a bit more. The announcement of Tommy standing as an MEP in the Northwest has caused quite a stir. He managed to trend twice on Twitter at the same time. Join the movement, votetommy.co.uk, and scroll up to the last one. On 23rd May, vote Tommy and send them a message they'll never forget, but you have to be registered to vote. It just takes a few minutes, and you can do it and there's a link there, and that's a government link. So those are the 4 tweets. Absolutely boring from...
Here we go. Absolutely boring, as he says, right? Total non-issue stuff. Now, as we look over here, and we look in the comments, we see here, oh look, it is banned. So people start saying, oh, here we go, banned again, etc. So while this is going on, Ezra Levant says,
from a scandal point of view, nothing that comes close to violating any Twitter terms of service.
Exactly. He questions, it will be interesting to see how long and if this account is left to stand. Well, shockingly, if we go through here, and not 5 minutes later, they go to pull it up.
He went off on his own, but look at that, he got himself in trouble, so we became friends again. We helped him out, got him out of the...
Here we go. It is gone, right? All these comments here. Suspended.
Tommy account already suspended on Twitter, says someone on Super... Oh my God.
This account has been suspended.
In the past...
As Ezra says, oh my God, look at this. In the 5 minutes that he's been talking about it, it has been pulled down and suspended. Okay? This is ridiculous. This is the Twitter account of somebody who is running effectively for a public office. It's a member of European Parliament. Now, I don't know all the ins and outs and the technicalities, but ostensibly, the European Parliament is an elected position because they are a democratic, I'll say quotes, society. So when people talk about they are trying to control the narrative, this is the they. This right here is the they. Twitter suspends it because it's not a person that is approved for whatever reason. Now, they have banned his other accounts, as YouTube has basically put him into complete incognito mode where you can't find his account at all. This is ridiculous. But as they say, who is going to complain and rail about this? What news organizations are going to be on this and say this is affecting the public's ability to make a willfully informed decision when they place their votes? Nobody. Nobody is going to pick it up, aside from a few fringe groups probably that do it. And I say fringe. Groups like Rebel Media, who have 1.2 million subscribers, are not really fringe when we compare them with the size of the audiences for the, quote, mainstream news. But this is ridiculous. This is an outrage. And when we see places like Britain in the United Kingdom, ostensibly these here are some of the most important foundational countries in the development of Western civilization and free societies, now blocking people and preventing people from getting the word out that they are trying to run for public office, and they're being held down. It says over here as well, Sargon of Akkad has also been shut down. This is an active this is an act of will, basically, by governmental and non-governmental players to affect the will of the population. Britain has voted to leave with the Brexit. That has been willfully ignored. Now they're being forced to stay in the European Union. And things like this here are basically getting rid of and preventing from being elected people who will further push for Britain to get out of the European Union. That's the democratic will of the population of that country. It needs to be followed. And all these organizations, democracy dies in darkness, says the Washington Post. Okay, well, here we go. We have just seen the MEP account for Tommy Robinson go dark. And are they going to pick up this story and run with it? No. My guess is they will not. They will just be totally tight-lipped and silent. Okay, these are the kind of stories that are important. We don't need to know about the Kardashians. We don't need to know about all these topics du jour, okay? We need to know about the big issues that are going to protect the democratic rights of the people. And here it is being violated, and everybody will just shut up about it because they don't like Tommy Robinson personally. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're in the media and your job is to present the news, you have to get over your personal dislike for Tommy Robinson. You have to put the, you have to exalt the values that the forefathers of that country have spent lives and generations and centuries building upon to get to the society that they have developed now. You have to extol those, exalt them, and put them on the pedestal that they deserve to be on, rather than just shut it down, not comment on it because, oh, Tommy Robinson isn't a nice guy. Whether you like him or not is irrelevant. It has to do with the freedom of the people and the ability of the people to make an informed decision. Maybe Tommy Robinson's not going to win. Maybe everybody will say, forget it. We don't want to vote in this guy who we feel is a bigot or a thug or a racist or whatever the case might be. Or they might say, yeah, Tommy represents us. We want to get him in there. Either way, he has the right to run, and the people have the right to hear his positions and to know that he is interested in running and to make an informed choice. This kind of stuff drives me crazy. This kind of stuff is antithetical to a free society, and it's something that I think every media organization that doesn't cover this should be ashamed of themselves.